Streaming live from the beautiful city of Hollywood, Florida, USA. This is SoFloRadio.com. Z Nation. Z Nation. Where consciousness is queen, love really is the answer. And making a difference is on the menu. Z Nation. Organic beats and inspiring treats. Get your weekly dose of vitamin Z now. This is Z Nation on SoFloRadio.com.
Welcome. This is Zaina Degaya, and this is Z Nation broadcasting live from Hollywood, Florida. What's up, y'all? I'm really stoked today. We don't have a full house yet in the studio, but we do have a very special guest, April Norris. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. We got Topacio in the house.
1 2 1 2.
Welcome. Just filling the space with love and light and gratitude and love. Let's take a breath together, everyone, as we unite for this sacred hour of sharing, of consciousness, love, and really bringing light to people who are shifting the consciousness on the planet, who are bringing it in a big way, making a difference. You know, we came here to leave this place better than how we found it. Not only better, but like really elevated. It's kind of the same like when you go into a bathroom. You leave it cleaner than how you left it, ideally. I was taught that, you know, anywhere you go, leave it cleaner than how you left it. Leave it better than how you found it. Let's be a contribution. And, you know, the more we surround ourselves with stories of people who are sharing light, people who are taking on projects that are bigger than themselves, you know, and really exploring what it is to be a human being rather than a doing or some kind of idea that we have of what we should be, and really discovering what it is to be free. As I look at you, Topacio, your beautiful eyes and your hair, you know, we're all like on this tribal quest together of really uniting. And I know for me, the key to waking up in the morning, you know, and having like that drive to really be all that is my community and my tribe. Sometimes I know for me when I go into, you know, the world, like sometimes the conversation doesn't exactly match up to mine and what I'm used to talking about and hearing. And when we surround ourselves with people who share the same vision, we can grow together, empower each other, and really like stand for each other. And then the more light there is around us, the more, you know, we start to understand the big picture is, yeah, there is a tipping point, and it may look a little chaotic and crazy out there, but the tipping point is happening. And if we keep focusing on what's good, if we keep focusing on the light, it will expand and it will grow. Because 101 of metaphysics is what I focus on expands. And that's why we do what we do, how we do it. That's how we roll. So I saw a picture the other day, like one of those, they call it memes? Memes?
Memes?
What does that come from? Memes. What does that mean?
Memes?
It means a picture with words?
Yes. I mean,
it's just a picture with words. Well, it was a picture with words, and it was a picture of somebody on the toilet, and it said before smartphones, and they were holding a Pantene Pro V bottle and reading the back of it.
nice.
I thought that was really cute. Yeah. It seems like, you know, I mean, the cell phones are amazing and they connect us and they follow us everywhere. I do that. I go to the toilet with my phone. And it's a good time to check my Facebook messages because I don't have any other time scheduled to do that stuff. At least not check the Facebook messages. It's a lot to keep up with the communication, you know, like I've been elevating my rigor around my existence systems and scheduling myself and all that. And I've discovered like I'm not responsible. I haven't set myself up to be responsible to manage all the communications. Like texting, Facebook messaging right now is just, I don't count on me to get back to you as quickly or ever until I have something set up, but it is what it is. We have so much more communication. It's crazy. Like I have 3,000 friends and something like that, and I have a limit. When I get to 5,000, I can't have any more on Facebook. And it's amazing to me because it is a platform where a lot of us have created ourselves. It really is. It creates a platform where you can create a listening, and wherever you can create a listening, you can really create yourself. And for me, what I've discovered is just like anything else, moderation and really like a high level of awareness, of what we do and how we do it, how I do it, and finding the balance between all of it. Like Miss Norris, I was just at your website. I was just on April's website, and it's a beautiful website. And there's so much on here. You do so much. You have an amazing brand and programs and a lot of products too. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of creativity that goes into that, and then there's a lot of actual like labor work that goes into that. So I acknowledge you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And it's all, oh, look, the inhalers. I got one of those the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
April
fun.
and I are we are co-collaborating in a retreat, a really awesome retreat idea, which is like a retreat that combines an integration of different modalities of consciousness, where people can go and have like an awesome, relaxing time that also elevates their consciousness and, awakens something in us. And April did a workshop the other day to present to the presenters, and I loved what you did. You combined the sensory of smell with the mind training, and she gave us these little inhalers. So you know how like Ricky Lopez, he was on the show once, he would give us these mini samplers of oils.
Yeah.
Like she has these little inhalers, and she'll put like whatever oil you need based on what your question is or what you're looking for. So you can just have a little inhaler to just pop out and inhale. So that was really brilliant.
That is so cool. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, this is like pure genius.
Thank you.
This is genius nurtured, April Norris.
Oh,
Which
my
we
goodness.
all are, right? Like it's
Absolutely.
there's so much genius on the planet, but when it's like really nurtured, it flowers into amazing things. So I wanted to share about a few things today. One of the things I was doing this weekend, I took a little vacay, and I did nothing. And that's
That's what I'm doing.
yes, it's a very good thing. And I've taken on this challenge for myself, and I love to create challenges. I like to take things in baby steps. So instead of having like this big thing I'm taking on, have it be something small. So I took a 10-day challenge called Do Less to Do More, and really observing where I this is what I created is like pausing and breathing into my heart before taking any decisions. Like if somebody asks me to take on a new project or even just an invitation to go somewhere, just really sitting with how I feel in my heart and in my body, and then taking a breath before I answer. Also practice saying no and not making it mean anything. And also time blocking my calendar with time for me. So actually having like blocks of time where I do nothing, and I can just be, discover what my natural vibe is to do things. Because what I've found for myself is I love to create, and I just want to be creating all the time, and I've become a creation addict.
I know.
Yeah. So, and my creation time is often in front of the computer because that's how I create. And so I wanted to tap into more like things like drawing and painting and dancing and just staying away from the box. Even though the box creates a lot, it's got a lot of stuff around it, all those waves and the crouching down on the laptop and just being in that box. So I've taken that on for 10 days, and I'm also discovering myself newly. So just really discovering what my flow is. I've been letting myself sleep till I'm done sleeping and doing things that make me highly uncomfortable like that, not having like a structure for the day. And I'm discovering a lot. I the other day, my business partner asked me to, we had scheduled a couple of hours to work together on a project, and we're pretty behind. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he called me back and he said, listen, can I give you a Thai massage instead? And that's what he was feeling in his flow. And my immediate thing was like, no, we really have to go to work. But I remembered I have a 10-day challenge called Do Less to Do More. So I accepted. Come on in, beautiful people. I accepted his request, and lo and behold, doing less created space to not only do more, but I wouldn't even say to do more, to do better, to go deeper, to be more present. And welcome, TJ. You can grab a chair out there and come on in. So we have TJ in the house and Melina that just came in.
Hello.
Hi. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome. Yeah. I was about to start sharing a little bit more about my weekend. So welcome, you guys. I was is this my cork? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. So another thing I did this weekend besides do nothing is do more of nothing. And I tuned into the spirit science videos. Has anybody watched those? Yeah. Yeah.
Hours. My son watches them. He's like 3.
That's what I really got present to is years ago, I really got into the Drumvalo Melchizedek books, and that's what the spirit science is based off. It's like he's got 2 volumes that explain everything and anything you ever have questions about on planet Earth and beyond. And it's in 2 volumes, but it's very intricate. There's like pages and pages of like math but he just says keep reading because your DNA it'll get it even though your mind doesn't. So as I was reading those, I actually stayed up several nights and I read the whole 2 volumes, and I was never the same after. When you awaken to that knowledge that your DNA just recognizes as truth, there was just this comfort level around life for me that shifted, and really like an ease of life, because a lot of questions that my soul had were answered. So when I watched the spirit science videos, I mean, I had seen some here and there, but this weekend I did a spirit science watch-a-thon, and I watched, I think, all of them. I don't know. It just kept playing on the YouTube stations.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. And I got presents like, wow, this is all the teachings of Drumvalo, but put into very simple terms with this cute cartoon, and like, wow, like delivering this to kids, delivering this to teens, like in an after-school program or some kind of way. Like, I love what you said, TJ. Your 3-year-old watches it. And I have put this in front of kids, and they're just like, they're fascinated, and they recognize it as truth. They're like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And teenagers also, they've been waiting for this information. So I highly recommend, if you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. And then if you have children, just experiment with it and see, how they resonate with it. It's called Spirit Science. And if you put that into YouTube, you'll find the station and all of their videos. I also invite you to look into, creating for yourself some kind of challenge, some kind of baby step. And looking for you, like what's missing in your life, whether it's, if it's nutrition or balance, or you've got some kind of addiction that's dominating, your space. And we all have those things. And when we get present to them, we can just take them on one at a time, with this gentle, compassionate way of being that allows us to just be with our own humanity, just be with yourself, and like we say with the teen whisperers, like, you're whole, complete, and perfect, just how you are. And humanity is whole, complete, and perfect, just like how it is. Let's sink that in for a second. Humanity is whole, complete, perfect, just how it is. This is it, and it's perfect. I love those 2 sentences. This is it. This is it. Like, let's just be present to that right now together. Yeah, this moment is it.
Like an 80s song.
If you think about it, like the past, it's really a figment of my imagination. And if I think of the past, and we all think of the past, we all recollect it in different ways. We all record it.
Yeah.
So, and the future is a set of thoughts that I'm projecting, and this is really it. This is it. So whoever you're with right now, wherever you are, look them in the eye and let them know, like, this is it. You're the only thing that matters right now to me. You're the only thing that is real right now. There's a lot of love flowing in the studio. A lot of love flowing around us. And then the second part of the sentence is, this is it, and it's perfect. Yeah, consider that our suffering is just that the resistance to what's so, are unwilling to be with that it's perfect that my life looks like it is.
Even if it's a mess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I really had that breakthrough a couple of weeks ago. Like, I really had it. Like, I was a mess, and I actually had somebody who I really look up to, somebody who I'm like, wow, she's like the top of the top. And she said that to me. She said, Z, do you realize that my secret is that I'm pretty screwed up?
Wow.
And she said it like screwed up, like not to affirm it on herself, but she said, the fact that I have and been willing to go into the dark side and not make that be something wrong, just be with it. That's what has her be so compassionate and so deep with her clients. That's what allows her to be with the depth of humanity, and why she's such a powerful life coach. And that space of like, you know what, I may be pretty screwed up, or whatever you want to call it. We can call it what we want. But the stories we make up about ourselves and how, or the stories we make up about ourselves and how we've ended up. Like, you are who you are now, and that's how you've come to be. And we have it that like, that's how I've come to be is like inked in. It's like in
Something
stone.
final. Yes.
It's not.
It's never final.
It's never final.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's evolving.
Yeah, and we have like an expert mind trainer here in the house, April Norris, who like, that's the work you do. You really work with people to like shift those what we think are set ways of being and thinking into something that like we can really start to work with and yeah, love ourselves, love our humanity, and accept it how it is. And that's the this is perfect part. Damn, my life is perfect, and it's perfect today. And I wish that for all of you, that this is it and it's perfect for all of us on the planet. And from that space, guess what? We can really create. Like, we can really go to work on what's important to us. It's like, I saw this vision once of, the television, the volume was down, and the channels were changing. And there was they passed a channel of like, just like, really nasty violence and chaotic stuff, and it was like really negative, but the volume was down, so all you saw was, the violence.
Images, yes.
Yeah. And then you go to another channel and there was a protest for, something that good, like protest for peace. And the volume was down, but it was the same energy. It was that same violent energy. So whenever we come from that violent energy, even if we're protesting for something good, we're still bringing and focusing on the negative and the
Well, it's
violence.
where we're getting the energy from. So that we become that energy and we're using it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Otherwise, I sound very loud and you sound very far.
Get all close.
Yeah, so this is it and it's perfect. And I invite you to have that be your mantra for the week. This is it and it's perfect.
Yes.
Perhaps that's your 10-day challenge. Yeah. So we have we are preparing for a fundraiser at Z Nation. We're really committed to like growing this
that's awesome.
this thing. So we'll let you guys know more about that. We have some really fun ideas, and if you have any ideas, please visit our website, ZNationRadio.com. We've been adding a lot of goodies on there. We have a free newsletter available. We're going to be adding some free meditation audios too. And we've been working on a lot of fun things, me and Sunset. And we've also added a donation button. So if you so feel inspired to contribute in any way, it really makes a difference. We're looking at really expanding our reach by we're going to keep doing interviews, but we're also going to do them via the web. So we'll be able to interview people via Skype. So
that's exciting.
Yes. And really, Z Nation is a platform for higher consciousness so that we can really source this information in a way that's accessible to everybody. So the show here is one platform, and there's only so many interviews we can do on here. But then there's also the Z Nation Post that we're building. So we're asking for articles for people in the field, whatever your expertise is. So we'll have comparable to like a Huffington Post, a Z Nation Post, where we'll have contributions from all over the world of people vlogging and blogging their expertise in the field. So please visit ZNationRadio.com. Contribute money, contribute ideas, contribute your energy. If you want to partner with us in any way, we are just so open, and we're so excited to create with our fellow brothers and sisters all over the world. So please reach out to us. We want to hear from you.
Yes, come join us.
So we're going to go on a short break from our sponsors. Thank you so much for our sponsors, those who have supported us and are supporting us. And we'll be right back right here on SoFloRadio.com.
Tune in to get tuned in. This is Z Nation on SoFloRadio.com.
Hi, this is Zaina Dagaya, and I'd love to share with you about my good friend Nicole of Legit Fitness in-home training and yoga. She's a certified yoga teacher, and she's an amazing and experienced trainer that can design a program to fit your specific needs and goals. She's so cool. She's super committed to making fitness and health fun and accessible for everyone. Plus, your first week is free as a new client. Here's how you set up your first session. Either call 305-335-5590 or visit www.getlegitfit.com. GETLEGITFIT. Getlegitfit.com. 305-335-5590. Do it now!
Add a twist of yoga.
Yoga Twist with Julie.
A great way to integrate yoga, meditation, and lots of fun.
Promote family bonding. Help with flexibility and exercise. I teach grown-ups too.
Join Julie for beginner and gentle adult classes.
Book a group, family, or one-on-one session now. Email me, yogatwistjulie@gmail.com.
Follow Yoga Twist Julie on Instagram and like Yoga Twist on Facebook for great family lifestyle tips and Yoga Twist events.
Now, back to Z Nation, your weekly dose of inspiration on SoFloRadio.com.
Lend your ears, lend your hands, lend your movement, anything you can. Come to teach, come to be taught, come in the likeness and the image of God. 'Cause you can be like that, with all that humbleness and all that respect. All of the power invested in me. Beat hard to love my enemies. All of the black bags over the heads of the dead and dying. The more I understand about the human race, the less I comprehend about our purpose and place. And maybe if there was a clearer line, the curiosity would satisfy. Time-based prophecies that kept me from living. In the moment I'm struggling to trust the divinity of all the gods and what the hell they have planned for us. I cry for the creatures who get left behind, but everything will change in the blink of an eye. And if you wish to survive, you will find the guide inside. I go back and forth every single day. The clarity comes to me in the choppy waves. The feelings and the places and the seasons change. The galaxies remain. Energy feels pulling a body to space. The angels that are coupled in the spiritual waste. The hate that gets me just fitting my spiritual pace. Tenfold the mana when the planets are in place in polar alignment. We're on assignment. Bodies on consignment, return them to the circus. And what is the purpose? What is the purpose? And would you believe it? Would you believe it if you knew what you were for? And how you became so informed. Bodies of info, performing such miracles. I am a miracle made up of particles, and in this existence I'll stay persistent, and I'll make a difference, and I will have lived it. Aloha, aloha, kea kua, kea kua.
So beautiful.
Courtesy of Nako and the Medicine People. Aloha. Another way to honor the God inside of you, God inside of me. Aloha. Jai Bhagwan, Namaste, Aho, Matakiase, La ilaha illallah, Shalom. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We have TJ Brown, who has entered the studio, founder of the Sickle Cell Foundation, big-hearted soul, pure light. Thank you for joining us, TJ.
Thank you so much for having me, Zaina.
Yeah. So TJ reached out to me earlier this week because he's passionate and he's creating things in the world that are really helping people. And TJ, today you came on to talk about an event regarding women's health that's happening in South Florida. Tell me more.
Okay, so it's an event called Red Dress on the beach. It's going to be in South Beach at a restaurant called Plant Theory. They'll be hosting it. And it's a women's wellness event. We have a guest speaker, Dr. Wei, who's going to talk about women's topicals and how it affects the hormones and things like that. And then we have Aisha Thalia, who is like a wellness goddess. She's vegan, and she's got a huge following. She's a wellness coach. So she'll also be speaking to the women about wellness, different wellness topics. We'll have aromatherapy there, and massage brought to you by yours truly, Melina.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
one of our sponsors,
Yummy.
Melina Franke. Awesome. And what day and time is this happening?
It's going to be on the 17th. So it's
September
next
17th.
week, Thursday. Starts at 5. If you want any information, just I guess follow Instagram would be the easiest way. TJ_says natural or scnwg.com. If you visit those pages, you'll get info.
Okay, and we'll have those links on the Z Nation Radio page on YouTube also.
Right. So yeah, and then we have a sponsor, the Silent Revolution. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that.
So cool.
It's a group out in Miami that they use FM headphones, and they have multiple DJs at any given party, so you can listen to anything you want to. So they'll be setting up at the event, and we'll also be hosting an after party at Brick House in Wynwood. So it'll be awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So the really, really important. So this is, and what is this event called?
It's called Red Dress, and it's
Red
a women's
Dress.
wellness event. It goes to proceeds go towards Sickle Cell Natural Wellness Group.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, TJ, for doing the work. You are a karma yogi.
Thank you.
Yes, I acknowledge you. Thanks for coming on, you guys. All right, awesome. Can I get a beat, Sunset? I have a song for you, April.
Oh, my
Yeah.
She does this.
I'm the gangster rapper. That sounds too nice to be a gangster rapper, but hey, can't help myself.
Awesome. Love it.
Melina, you'll like this. I read this the other day. It said, I'm that chick listening to gangster rap on my way to the farmer's market after my yoga class. Hit it, yo.
Swag.
That's the realest thing I heard all day.
I cleaned it up a little bit for the show. So, I'm excited to have on the show April Norris. Thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
April Norris is a Reiki master, a hypnosis instructor, and a communication expert. What? Just tune into this vibration. Can I get an A? Give me a P. Roll the R to the I to the L. Her name is April. April Norris, you see, she bends time, she bends spoons. She's a master healer, a Reiki master. When she's done with you, all that's left is laughter. That's as far as I got. What do you think? It kind of like, the Fuji's like, you shouldn't diss April Norris. She's just a chick, yo, she does this. She puts her hands on you, she breaks it down, she opens your heart, yo, she calibrates your chakras. Like that.
Oh man, it's so
You
wrong.
guys are my best cheerleaders.
I'm honored. Wow. Wow. No one's ever done a rap in my name
That
before.
Reiki rap right
I'm
there.
so
April has her
happy
own
you
rap
like
song.
it.
Unbelievable. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Sunset. She hooked up the beat. She's like, I think this is the one for her. So
I loved it. Perfect.
Shout out to Drake. Thank you. For the beats.
Oh, April. Wow. So Reiki master, hypnosis instructor, and communication expert. Can you tell us a little bit, like, how did you get into all this?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
Like, how were you as a kid?
as a kid, I've always been interested in psychology, and that was my area of study in college. I went to a stage show. I went to a hypnosis stage show at a theme park when I was a teenager. And that, I think, was the opening for me. That was when I decided I wanted to understand more about what was happening when my mindset shifted. And it was a blast. When I was in college getting my first degree, I was just passionate about learning about the mind and psychology, and hypnosis was the next step. And so I had a great time with that. And that one class that I took, I think it was in Orlando at the time, that really opened the door to things like Reiki and, EFT and neurolinguistic programming and other modalities. So from there, it was a pretty long journey I've been on.
Yeah. So how would you explain to somebody who doesn't know the terms Reiki, NPL, all that stuff? How would you explain what you do?
Well, I look at what I do as translating the messages from the subconscious mind. So I consider myself to be a subconscious mind communicator, and I help my clients understand the messages of the subconscious, which, the subconscious mind, its main functions are automating and feeling. So, the subconscious mind accesses emotions, the senses, imagination, dreams, beliefs, autonomic bodily functions. So the world of the subconscious is pretty vast, and it can be confusing to understand some of those messages. And, what I do with my clients is help them decipher what's going on and the symbology of the subconscious mind, the messages, the beliefs we may have trapped that we're unaware of, and then, do the work to shift it.
Wow, this field has also always been like really fascinating for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just telling April, like I want to study with her. She's doing a Reiki class at I Love Yoga, level 1 and level 2.
Yes.
That's going to be September 19th.
Yes,
at
ma'am.
I Love Yoga Studios. So if you're interested in getting your Reiki on, she's an amazing teacher. I'm also we're also creating that I want to learn from you all the hypnotherapy stuff and the subconscious world. So we're going to create a class for that too.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the classes. So many cool things emerge because it's not about me and what I'm there to share. It's really about the space that gets created and what is drawn forth from, again, everyone's subconscious minds contributing. And we always have such a great time. The Reiki classes are more energy focused and work with symbols. It's all about universal life force energy and channeling that. And the hypnosis course is all about, learning how to access the subconscious mind on demand, which we're going in and out of, constantly, the balance between the conscious, the analytical, rational side of ourselves, and then the subconscious, which is that dreamy, otherly world. So.
Is it like common for people to combine the two? Is something that you were drawn to?
Yeah, it's been done. There's a good portion of hypnotists that focus specifically in that field, and they may focus in direct suggestion. I've always been curious about the more ethereal world of regression and, the landscapes that get created when we go back and revisit, previous memories where beliefs were created, or even past lives. That's always been more my interest, and the energy work was really suited for that. It really facilitated some openings when I was working with my clients. So hypnosis is really bypassing that critical part of the mind, and then the energy work is where we get in and create some shifts energetically.
And you combine the two in your work?
Yes,
like with
I sure
clients?
do.
Wow.
Yeah, that and also neuro-linguistic programming. Again, it's another subconscious-based modality, and it's all about systems and how systems influence each other and the way that we learn. So, combining those three modalities is really where I like to help people create shifts.
Yeah, where you like play where your magic is.
Oh, well, thank you.
It really is. It's the field of like magic, of really accessing really the invisible, but like
Absolutely.
the stuff that really moves stuff in this realm.
Right. The hidden. Yeah, what's
really
under the
matters.
surface. Because
Yes.
the surface is, I use this diagram. Many people have used this picture of an iceberg. You've seen a picture of an iceberg with a little tiny portion peeking, through, and that represents the conscious level of functioning. It's such a small portion of our, lives are given by our conscious thought, and then everything else is just, it's nearly infinite. What occurs in the subconscious, and so many things happening simultaneously. Even just to be sitting here, your breath, your heart rate, all the cellular functions, so much going on. It's a miracle. It's really a miracle.
We are.
And a microcosm also, for what's going on a bigger scale, in the cosmos.
What are the different things that people come to you for?
What
kind of people do you get?
I really love working with emotion. That's my access. That's it for me. So the more emotional, the person,
you love me
the
then.
more fun.
Oh my God! Let's talk about that.
Absolutely.
Well, that's really great. That's been I think a lot of us, it's the emotional stuff that trips us up. Like we're so unstoppable. I know I'm so unstoppable, and I get stopped by the emotional stuff.
Well, one thing that's important that I tell my clients when we have our first session is that there are dimensions of being, and they're inextricably linked. So the physical energy that you have, your physical body, it's really energy. It's slow moving energy, so it appears dense, but it's all about those magnetic attractions and repulsions that has it occur to be physical. But then the emotional energy is the next level, and then you've got thought energy, and it expands outward. So my expertise is helping people access that mental, emotional energy that translates into physical imbalances. So I've done some work with cancer patients, had some phenomenal successes because, really that, the higher vibrating energy, the emotional energy, the mental energy can have a very powerful impact on the physicality. And the organs in our body, all very symbolic and hold different
Emotions, yes.
You got it, different connections. And the way that I look at it, I've been influenced very much by Louise Hay, her work on, she's just a master of pointing out the connections between the different levels of being.
Yes.
But if we start looking at that, massage therapists, acupuncturists, all these different modalities, we're doing the same thing coming from a different dimension of being. So my focus, I love to identify those emotional imbalances and then find, the repercussions.
That makes so much sense. It's like, the secret to manifesting is like the key is putting the emotion in and then you project. And I could see how it goes, with negative stuff too and how it gets stored in the body. That's powerful.
Yeah, it's impressive to see what the body can do when there's alignment. Alignment on all levels, miracles can happen. It's really true. I've experimented and experienced so many different modalities. I now know what my, what my direction and perspective, is. But I've never been one to work with the energetics and neglect the thought, the belief behind it, or the emotion. I think that it's all so vital that it comes together and there's a deep understanding. And that's when the changes are lasting, not just those temporary, fireworks that occur, but it's something that's deep and lasting. It's all about the belief work, and beliefs are often held in place with emotional glue, and then the physical, effects of that.
Wow, beliefs are often set in place with emotional glue. Come on, girl.
Yeah, and we're talking symbolically here, but there's a wonderful book by Candace Pert, she was just a pioneer in terms of understanding the emotional impact chemically on the body, and it's all about habit. So if you form a belief when you're a kid that you're not smart enough or you're abandoned, there's an imprint and there's a habitual way of feeling that is flooding our body with certain chemicals, and as we gather evidence throughout our life, we continue to have that same imprint, emotionally and then chemically. And there's even, receptor changes in our body. And it's like an emotional addiction. We call for more of it. We call for, a relationship that reminds us of that old pain. And, it's very powerful to understand that you can shift out of that, out of those habits, and the belief is the starting point. When you shift that belief, then there's a whole,
you can
nice
create even like new
domino
receptors.
effect.
You mentioned receptors.
You got it.
Create receptors that
New
receive
pathways.
positive energy than more negative.
You got
energy.
it. When I'm working with clients in hypnosis, I like to say we're paving a super highway where there was a little dirt road that took you down to to pain and more suffering. We're creating a super highway, to what you want.
So relate to what you're saying, like physically in the body, feeling the urge to go to what's comfortable, though it may be like what
you
is
got it.
It's so painful.
Again, the subconscious mind loves to automate. So even if something is uncomfortable, it's comfortable because it's well-traveled path. Yeah, you got it. So a lot of the work that I do with mind training, so if step one is doing healing work is all about shifting belief and releasing the emotional energy and all of that. Then the next part comes in. This is where people sometimes, we neglect this, is the mind training, the creating the new habits to reinforce and, put us in the right direction.
That makes so much sense. So you do the healing and you heal the old belief. And then, now you have room to do something, so you want to do something with it.
You got it. Otherwise, it's icing on a mud pie. I mean, what's under, you can do all of the, you can have the fireworks and have the, let's say that the mind training, and this is where I prefer to do regression-based hypnotherapy rather than direct suggestion, because if you have a client and you're saying, you're smart, and you're repeating, that's not enough to override that one little belief.
That's the icing.
You got it. That's all icing, and you've got to really dig deep and understand where that little program is off.
So considering somebody who is dealing with issues, doesn't know about this stuff, where can they start? Do you have starter tips where people can get started to just start to, I guess, observe themselves more, or what would you say?
Absolutely. Well, on my website, I have when someone signs up for my newsletter,
which is awesome.
Well, thank you, thank you. I have a rundown of the qualities of the subconscious mind and the basics, and then I have included in that the basics of healing. So the healing process as it unfolds. And, the conversation earlier was just brilliant. We're constantly evolving, new layers, new levels. So it's not like, oh, you've healed and then you're done. It's like, oh, I have greater, bigger problems and more, I've expanded myself, new layers, new tests, and to be okay and at peace with that as you unfold. For me, I've found these tools to be very helpful. Not everyone will resonate with the same modalities and the same, let's say, the same protocols. So it's important to really honor what works for you, and then find ways to nurture the mental, emotional, spiritual, and the physical, and whatever that is, for the individual. Because everyone has a unique healing path. Everyone has a unique way that they program their own minds, and it's a great discovery when you find what resonates for you.
Yeah. So this tool on your website, like, it's a document that they get. It's a free.
Yes. It
and what does it
all
provide?
about the subconscious mind.
Oh, gotcha.
And how to understand, how to understand your blockages a little bit better, because once you have the knowledge, then you know what it is you're looking for and what type of assistance you need. If you're having a very deep-seated physical issue, it might be appropriate to go see a chiropractor or a massage therapist, and then, another layer is uncovered and more emotional work may be the next step. But all of this awareness, it comes pretty naturally when you understand how the subconscious mind works. It becomes a bit easier to navigate.
It's so fascinating because, when we think in the history, like we think of hypnosis and like the shows and that whole world of how, it's portrayed, it's just such a deep healing world, and how, you've combined these modalities is really, really fascinating. And it just, it shows us the world that we're living in. We've had tools on planet Earth, and, like there's conscious beings like yourself who are like, we're creating our own alchemy of how to use these tools, and I just really acknowledge you for your brilliance.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It takes one to know one.
And then I know on your website you also, you're brilliant with offering tools for people that are tangible. So there's a few things that you offer on the website. Will you share with us a little bit? I know there's the inhalers, which I think are so cool. Yeah. And then what else do you have that people can use from home?
Well, I have a CD that a team created with myself, some brilliant musicians, and that's at hypmusique.com. It's hypmusique.com. There are mind training songs, so that combines brainwave entrainment technology with sacred tones and nature sounds, and it's all created with mantras specific to each chakra. So the first album is all about the chakras, and I'm currently working on a product to help people shift mood and going through the vibrational shifts required to move from one state into another. Wow. And so music is a big part of what my passion is. I'm not a musician myself, but I love working with artists.
You hang with musicians.
I
That's
do.
how it happens.
I love working with artists of all kinds. And
Yes.
so I have a friend who's an animator who is going to be putting together some really neat light and frequency-based programs to match the music. And, aside from the inhalers, because aromatherapy is such a fun way to shift on its own, when you combine it with, let's say an open subconscious mind. So I'll, as someone is hypnotized, use the aromatherapy as an anchor. In neurolinguistic programming, there's something called anchoring. And anchors can be visual, like a color. When you see a color, you have you have a certain reaction. They can be touch, or use a finger as an anchor, or a bracelet that you wear that makes you feel good. But I like to use aromatherapy anchors with my clients. So connect the programming, the suggestions with the aromatherapy. And,
incredible.
Amazing.
The senses are subconscious function, and the subconscious functions, they all interlink. So memory and smell, the beliefs and emotions.
So you could just mix and match them and use all of it.
And that's really the crux of what I love to do, is create a synthesis between the different aspects of the subconscious mind's functioning to produce some wonderful effect, whatever that might be for the
individual.
individual.
That sounds amazing.
Wow.
That music with the mantras and all that sounds amazing too. I would love to get a copy of that. We'll put the link on also on Z Nation.
Fantastic.
Do you have videos? Because you're really great at sharing
videos. I haven't really gotten into videos.
No YouTube station yet?
No,
we're waiting.
I have
your fans are waiting.
Your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cute.
We'll be your first subscriber.
Yes, we'll subscribe.
You got it. Well, I think that's a direction I'd love to head in. I haven't explored video too much, but I have a few, and I have a desire to kind of break into that world.
Yeah.
Like even like audio dharmas, like your voice is very easy to listen to when
Yeah.
you flow, stuff like that
thank
would
you.
work. Yeah, that's pretty
Thank
cool.
you very much.
Yeah.
This is right where I needed to be today. What a contribution. I love that.
To us too. We would love to have you. We usually do a meditation at the end for the last 5 minutes.
Beautiful.
Would you bless us with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to share? Any other way that people can reach you and find out more about what you do?
Well, I think that the website is the hub, so that's the best place to reach me. There's the contact information or join the newsletter. I love hearing from people.
Yeah.
And it's really a pleasure to interact. So I have an Instagram account I have a lot of fun with, and I post moon updates. I'm a big fan of subconscious symbolism, so to speak, and living in tune with the symbology that happens to be present. So full moons and new moons, eclipses, things like that.
Yeah.
I love all that stuff too.
Yeah, a little bit that I report in a very short piece every new and full moon. So people can also check out that on Instagram.
What's
if you're
your Instagram
interested.
account?
April Hip is the Instagram account.
He's adding you now.
All right, excellent.
Awesome.
HYP, yes.
And then, and are you local in South Florida right now and doing private sessions in South Florida? People can reach you here?
Yes, I sure am. I offer Skype sessions as well.
Awesome.
That's something that I've really enjoyed working with. It gives people
Yes.
flexibility and convenience, and I do home visits in South Florida and
Great.
and travel.
Yeah, and then if you are in South Florida, want to come to South Florida, November, I want to say the 8th.
Oh yes.
We're
The
co-creating.
retreats.
Yeah, we're co-creating a retreat. Right here in South Florida. We rented a beautiful mansion on the water, and we have several experts in consciousness fields that will be offering a la carte services. So it's all inclusive in terms of there's going to be group classes. I'll be teaching the yoga classes, some of them, and meditation. And there's going to be we have a raw vegan chef that's preparing food. The food is incredible. It's like we can just go eat, but we have like a drummer ceremony woman. So we're going to have drumming and ceremony, and then April offering her programs and her services, as well as we have like a shamanic massage therapist that works at a lot of layers, not only physically as a massage therapist. So there's just a lot going on and a lot to share. And if you want to find out more about that, we actually have on ZNationRadio.com on the events page a flyer and more information. So
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for being here, April.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes,
It's been a real pleasure.
Honor you for the work that you do on the planet, and really your commitment to yourself, because it really shows how much you value your humanity, and you're giving back to humanity. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for
Yes.
having me. Wow.
So we'd love to just have you lead us
Little
in
meditation,
in a
everyone?
meditation for about. Yeah.
You got it. Okay, absolutely. So the first thing I'd like to introduce, if you're all comfortable with this, is a little bit of an eye roll. Now, to begin the meditation, when you close your eyes and roll your eyes back just a little bit, you're able to access a little bit of a trance. So you move from beta brainwave state into alpha brainwave state. So take a nice big deep breath, everyone. Uncross your legs, get comfortable. Wherever you are, at home, and if you're in a car, please refrain from this one for the time being. Yeah, absolutely, especially the closing the eyes. Yeah. Okay, so take a nice big deep breath, settle into your chair, roll those eyes back just a little bit, and breathe into your body. And as you breathe, imagine drawing in the love and light from a little miniature sun above the top of your head. And as you breathe, drawing in that love and light, intend to release any unpleasant feelings, any thoughts that no longer serve you. Just letting go and tuning inward. And with each inhale, you notice the love and light that comes in through your crown, bathing your brain, moving down your spinal cord into each and every nerve and nerve ending. With each inhale, expanding the reach of that energy, bringing with it unconditional acceptance, peace in the present moment, and a feeling, deep, deep feeling that all is well. And with the next breath, allow that energy to move all the way down through your heart, down to the tips of your toes. And notice the energy you feel in the palms of your hands. You are composed of energy and information, of love and light. And this is the perfect moment to harmonize with your higher self, with the programs that uplift you and anyone you encounter. You are free to move into alignment now, deeply, with strength, with courage, and continue breathing in that truth. Exhaling any doubt. And inhaling peace and certainty. You are loved. You are light. And you are free to take actions that are in alignment with your highest good. You have a purpose on this planet, and right now imagine your energy field lighting up, igniting, with all the colors of the rainbow swirling from all the chakra centers, from the base of your spine to the top of your head. And as you imagine your awareness now in the center of your being, allow all of those colors to be intermingling as a reflection of the mandala, the sacred image, the symmetrical sacred image that you embody. And just imagine your energy field lit up as an expression of all these patterns, sacred geometry, love and light, color. And take a nice big deep breath. Integrating that now and taking that with you into your day.
Thank you.
As you come right back into the room.
April-Norris.com. Let's breathe in. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy, be free. May all my actions, my words, my thoughts contribute to that happiness and freedom for all. And hey, may it begin with me right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautiful souls. We honor you, we love you, and we want you to know that we know that you're the bomb.com. You're the ones we've been waiting for. Namaste.
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 Bless up. Peace.
You're listening to SoFloRadio.com.